All right, what is up, my tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Magic Online. Got some more of this Dominaria Remastered format. We're going to jump right in here. And again, this is, you'll notice all the cards are reprints. I don't think there's any single card that's new, as this is just a flashback format of older cards. But with that being said, this is unlike Masters editions or some of the other remastered formats, as I think it's quite a bit lower in power level. You still want to draft like actual decks and not just good cards, but the overall card quality is oftentimes a little bit weaker. So with that being said, anyways, we opened a Chainer Dementia Master. This was a fun card back in the day. There is an okay reanimate theme in the format, though I'm not sure Chainer is actually what you want to be taking. But why not? It's a new format. Let's try taking it. We're passing a Faceless Butcher here. Fantastic. Crusade for the Goblins can be fun. Counterspell's great. Any cycling card is usually pretty good. We'll see what we can do with the pick one, pack one Chainer. Followed by a pick two. Well, this pack's really bad. Actually, one of the worst packs I've seen in this format. I think with Chainer, you generally want to be like green-black. I think green-black is the reanimate archetype, but the Chainer ability is triple black to activate. So I think maybe here we take the Elvish Aberration, because this one is a pretty big creature that has cycling. So you can put that into the graveyard easily and then get it back. What other reanimate effects are there? There's Life and Death, that's the green split card. There's Dread Return. There are probably a few others that I'm not aware of, but first pick Chainer, second pick Elvish Aberration seems okay, especially in a pack this week anyway. Oh, Undead Gladiator's pretty good, isn't it? Just a lot of value with cycling. 3 mana, 3/1, discard a card, return it from your hand, from your graveyard to your hand, and do that during your upkeep, and then it has cycling. Yeah, that's a good enough one. Cackling Fiend is okay, but again, just doesn't really have any synergy. That's it. Man, I forgot how creepy this card looks. Wild Dogs for cycling. Nah, Gladiator seems like the best chance here. Hinterland Harbor. Here is a buyback effect, but it's not a reanimate. This is a good card. It's just a lot of value. It's like a 5 mana draw 3 in black. Though I don't think you need to take that particularly early. I think the best card in this pack might actually be like the Cloud of Fairies, no joke. I don't know if I need to take a second Elvish Aberration this early. Harbor's okay, maybe, for a little bit of splashing too. But I think I'm just going to take what I think is the best card. We don't need to lock ourselves into Chainer. And a good cycling deck is still super fun. Solkanar the Swamp King. That's a big nope. We'll take the second Elvish Aberration now over Aquamoeba. Madness is not really a thing in this format. What are the best Madness cards? You have Ickerslick, that's black cycling, -3/3. Obsessive Search, draw a card. And like Circular Logic, but Circular Logic is uncommon. Ickerslick might be uncommon too, I'm actually not quite sure. So sadly, Aquamoeba not at its best. We'll just take another Cycler. Is this one again? Hunting Grounds. I don't think this is good, right? As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, it has whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, probably not so good. We have the Fadaya Seer here. This card has been actually real nice, and it has some good synergies as well. I'm not sure if there's a realistic zombie infestation deck in this format. I mean, there must be, but I feel like the Seer is probably better. I think people sleep on this card a little bit too much. They're like, oh my gosh, it's going to put too many cards in my graveyard. And I think this is at its best in the green-white deck, because that deck wants Threshold, but I still think, I mean, when you draw a card like half the time, seems worth it. Plus there's enough graveyard shenanigans. Let's take the Crossing Restorer here. Standalone, it's not that great, but there are a lot of ways to make this better. Like if you pick up a Squirrel Nest, for example. Where are we right now? I don't know. All I know is that I first picked a Chainer and we haven't gotten very many black cards, which means the activated ability here is really bad. Okay, that's an insane sign for green. Werebear is just a super good card. 2 mana, 1/1 add a green by tapping it, but then Threshold it becomes a 4/4. So we could be moving into the Threshold deck for sure. I think a lot of as we get in maybe a Nantuko Monastery for the Threshold deck, this would turn into a 4/4. As I was saying, I think a lot of people misbuild or misdraft the cycling deck. Sorry, the Threshold deck. They don't take enough cycling cards. You really want to, like, these are just free cards in your deck. 2 mana cycle, put a card in the graveyard. These are actually really, really good in the Threshold deck, in my opinion. I haven't even drafted the Threshold deck yet, so maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think that's a good thing here. As we get a Mystic Zealot, 3/5 flyer for 5 when you have Threshold. Something like Street Wraith, which is in this format, a free cycling card. Free, right? You have to pay 2 life. But that's also amazing, I think, in this deck. So yeah, this is a really good start, it feels. Though from what I've seen in this format, this particular deck is weaker than a lot of the other decks. Crop Rotation, actually not bad. That's 2 cards in the graveyard, plus it can go dig for the Monastery. I think it's worse than Storm, for example. I think it's worse than probably Goblins. There's a really fun cycling deck, but that one's harder to pull together, I think. The Storm deck requires a bunch of pieces. The cycling deck requires like Lightning Rift exactly, or Invigorating Boon, but the Rift is just better. Or Chainer. Open a Crawl Space Pack 2. No more than 2 creatures can attack you each combat. That doesn't seem very good. So despite getting a super late Werebear in pack 1, I'm just going to first pick the Werebear here in pack 2 because there's just not much else in the pack that I want. Serpent's okay, but we don't even know if we're playing blue right now. We want to be leaning to the white for the Threshold. Rada's okay. We could still be the cycling deck. I mean, I have a lot of just good green cards plus a bunch of cycling cards, so if I do get a Lightning Rift, I will take it absolutely. I keep saying this, but the cycling deck in Limited is one of my favorite things to do. So anytime there's like a Lightning Rift that you can draft, you better believe I'm going to be doing that frequently. Easy Werebear, though. They also have Birds of Paradise in this format, but that's a rare, so Werebear just clutch. How many cycling cards are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, okay. We are getting the other part of the cycling enchantment cycle. Ha ha ha. Red has the Lightning Rift, green has the Invigorating Boon. I was just talking about this. It is certainly good enough here to take. What did I count? 4 cycling cards right now, 2 Aberrations, Cloud of Fairies, Radiance Judgment. Yeah, I don't lose anything here. I mean, Deep Analysis is fantastic, but the boon is gonna be good. Let's do that, and now we can just start taking every single cycling card that we see that makes sense. So like Drifting Meadow, if there was no good card here for us, would be fine, but we have Wild Dogs, for example, we have Karst, we have Remote Isle. Plenty of good choices. I could take Voice of All, but I don't think I need to take the white card. I think just taking the cycling cards makes a lot of sense, because not only is it good with the boon we just picked up for cycling, but the double Werebear, right? Like, cycling cards for our Threshold is still going to be good. Kind of want to take the green land here, because Wild Dogs tends to wheel. Any cycling? There's a Wild Dogs. Oh, there's Dread Return for the Reanimate deck. Symbiotic Beast is just a big creature. But yeah, we'll take the Cycler here. I would say 90% of the time you're cycling wild dogs and you're not playing out as a 1-mana 2/1. Maybe if you're on the play and you have it in your opening hand, sure, go for it. But this used to be in a competitive deck, right? I think in Urza's Saga block constructed or something. It was like wild dogs, albino trolls, rankers. I think it was wild dogs. But that was literally, what, 20 years ago? Disregard memories from a washed up old man. Any cyclers here? Yes, we have a primal boost. It's not a bad cycler. It is more expensive than normal because you're paying 3. Yeah, but it's just a decent enough trick. I actually think Gemstone Mine is decent in this format too, because a lot of times you are splashing. Or at least I find I'm splashing when I go these type of decks anyways. There's a Lol. This is a card I've actually really come to love as well. Just because, I don't know if you watched one of my previous, I think it might have been yesterday's draft even, where we had a quote-unquote combo deck. I had enough card draw and cycling that often we would go through our entire library, and then with Battlefield Scrounger, I'll note it next time we see one, we could stack our deck and permanently loop the Lol to prevent all damage during our opponent's turn. And then we would just beat him down with flyers and stuff. Let's see. Waxwane is a solid card as well. Absolutely solid. Bobcat's decent. Mindstone's fine. Maybe I'm supposed to take Waxwane here instead, but another cycler seems good. Ah, speaking of, there it is. Okay, so yeah, with the Battlefield Scrounger, which I will take here because this deck does have the possibility of churning through itself. With the Scrounger, as we read it, you can put 3 cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library, and it gets +3/+3. You can only activate this ability once a turn, and only if you have Threshold. So you can do it once on your opponent's turn, and once on your turn, assuming you have a fat graveyard, and you're doing the churning thing like I was. Break Asunder here. I wonder if Auramancer... Actually, green-white is like the Auramancer, or the enchantment theme, isn't it? Wait, is it? Have like 1 enchantment? No, it's not. We're just taking the Break Asunder. No cyclers here. Ugh, man, it's crazy. Giant Spider just doesn't do much, but I guess we'll take it. The Drifting Meadow cycler over Kabu Primarch. Nice. Oh yeah. I will. Any on-color lands like this are just so good when they cycle. Pass on Wild Dogs, no big deal. I might play Symbiotic Beast. I mentioned it during the beginning of the draft, but creature, or rather, card quality in this format is actually a little bit lower. Maybe I should have specified. It's like the creature quality that's a little bit lower overall. So something like this can actually just be super, super annoying. Okay, that was pack 2. We're going into pack 3, I think, sitting pretty good. If I can get another boon, that would be amazing. Or if I could get a rift, I'd be very, very happy. Legitimately, I might just cut white and move more into blue for more card draw, so that we are more likely to go and be able to find our relevant cards. We open the Daddy. We open Shivan Dragon pack 3. Not going to be taking that. Oh, there's the Life and Death card I was talking about for the reanimate effects. It's a good one. Another Monastery here. We're not going to need to take that early. A couple of white Threshold cards. I'd rather play Zealot here than Vigilant Sentry, as this is a worse win con and it's double white, whereas this is a 3/5 flyer, right? I'm guessing I'm supposed to take the Zealot here and then wheel the Monastery. Not super pleased with this first pick, but what are you going to do? Jester's Cap. I do like the alternate arts that they have. Wow, this is a pretty crazy Storm pack if you look at this. Factor Fiction here. Frantic Search here. Snap here. Sheesh. Wonder if I'm supposed to just take the Factor Fiction. Because what am I losing? Penumbra Bobcat? Factor Fiction's that good. We might not end up running it, but if we do, it's pretty good upside. Okay. Another life and death there, dang. This would be the third aberration. There's another Drifting Meadow. I guess we'll just take more aberrations. All the Drifting Meadows have wheeled, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, not loving this. There's another Deep Analysis. There's another Wax and Wane. Could take Phantom Flock here. 5 mana 3/3 flyer that it's kind of hard to kill is not bad. Again, it wouldn't have much synergy in our deck, but it would just be a good card. I guess with Invigorating Boon, but I definitely don't need a fourth aberration, let's put it that way. Gosh, I want to take the Deep Analysis, but I think we are probably going to end up running these Zealots for win cons, so yeah, we'll just take another white flyer. Let's take the Flock. Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't think that's really a card meant for limited. Another doggy here for cycling. Another cycling land. Once again, I expect the dog to wheel, so let's take the land. Gamekeeper has been medium, but I don't think it would be terrible in this deck. Could just take one of these cycling cards. There's also Kavu Primarch for a random win con. What is this, pick 6? How many playables am I at right now? 20? Oh, I guess we'll just take the Primarch. Man, so many good blue cards going around this pack. I don't need any of these green cards anymore. Okay, I'll take the big card draw. Deep Analysis and Factor Fiction in my sideboard, huh? Maybe we get an 8th pick. Second Invigorating Boon. That would be good. Yeah, we got a lot of playables here at least. I kind of like the second Cloud of Fairies. Well, am I actually running the blue though? I was gonna say, because the Cloud of Fairies hold the Invigorating Boon counter super, super well. I guess if I cut the Flock, we can just be splashing white and blue. But maybe I'm supposed to just take Primal Boost for another combat trick pump. Yep, there's the Monastery on the wheel as expected. No cycling cards back, but we did get a Bobcat that we might run. That's a very late snap. I'm not going to be running Vigilant Sentry. Oh, there's Wax Wane. Okay. I'm guessing crop rotation is probably not the best here as well. Man, got 2 early werebears and then never saw another one. Is this deck good? I don't know. Feel like I needed some more Zealots. 2 Zealots, 2 werebears. Maybe that's good enough though. And so, weird thing is, I'm going to run at least 18 lands in this deck, maybe more. Despite having 3 Elvish Aberrations, 2 Werebears, and a Seer, and a bunch of cycling, because we have 2 Nantuko Monasteries, I think we do want to run 18 lands, plus 4 of our lands cycle as well. Picked up a second lull. Let's double count our cycling cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cycling cards. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I guess the Cloud of Fairies probably comes out for something else. Man, those are 3 sad blue cards, though. Yeah, I think I like running 18 lands here, given our configuration. So maybe cut a lull for something else as well. I guess I don't even need this Seer anymore. Maybe just run the Bobcat after all. Desire is not good, right? Channel creature +2/+2, and then has lure, the lure effect. Okay, let's try this. Like I said, this is my first time building the Threshold deck, so this looks fine to me. We don't actually need that many forests because we have so many forest cyclers, so I can get away with 7 forests here. I need to actually make sure we have a decent number of white sources for like the double monastery, you know? That gives me 7 white sources. We could probably even shave another green for another white. I think that would be completely reasonable. All right, let's try this. Looks fun. Again, I don't think this strategy is necessarily as good as some of the others, but okay. 18 lands, by the way. 18 lands, and we get a 0 land opening hand. That's nice. Having the our one of invigorating boon in opening hand is really, really good. This hand needs to draw a werebear. I'm gonna pitch the primal boost here. I'm not gonna play out the meadow as a land quite yet. Because by the looks of it, we're probably going to cycle away this Elvish Aberration anyways. Alright, looks like we might be playing against Gobos. Yep, red-black goblins it is. So Spider probably comes in. Yeah, that's about it. Now I'm debating if I even want to cycle the Elvish Aberration. I guess we probably still do. Oh, you know what I didn't pick up any of? Street Wraiths. Oh, this is probably not going to be great for us if they just have like a random terror for my Mystic. Not doing anything on turn 3, kind of unfortunate versus the quick beats. All right, don't kill this, please. No touchy, please. Just play scout and hit me for 2. Our best creature versus goblins is probably the symbiotic wolf or whatever it's called. The 4/4 that can make 4 1/1s when it dies. Because versus red-black, they're not going to have many ways to not just straight up kill it. I don't think there are too many exile. Oh no, there's Faceless Butcher. I guess they could Faceless Butcher it if they have that. Undying Rage. Okay. Well, I'm okay with this turn. What's the wording on this? When Undying Rage is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Okay. Well, let's just pass. And if they kill the Zealot, we lose. It's too bad. The Wayne killing the Rage is not even that good, huh? Well, they must have something if they're attacking into Invigorating Boon, but we're going to make them do it. Could be like a Chain Lightning to follow up, I guess. Yeah, that's probably what it is then. My creature will just be in enough range. Because I can't wax it 3/7 with 7 damage, or... Oh, they didn't! Oh, they were just hoping? Oh, that's really good. That's really good for us. Okay. Well, I guess we just run out our 4/5. Because if they Undying Rage their double striker, it only turns into a 4 power. So either of my creatures can still block and trade with it. You know what they can do? With the Scout, if they find another red, they can play the Scout, make the Raptor unblockable, and then play the Undying Rage on it. Oh, they did have a Faceless Butcher. Okay. Well, they can't attack this turn, but we need some help. We need some more cycling cards. That is not good. Crap. That is, in fact, very bad. Yeah, here comes that combo, I'm guessing. Yep. Scout into Undying Rage. So I gain 8 life. Sorry, I gain 4 life by casting the Wayne right now, but they get their enchantment back, which kind of sucks. I go to 8. I need to find some cycling cards. Real bad. uh... Yeah, it's pretty bad too. They were missing land drops, right? So they have 4 spells in their hand, one of them being the Rage. Damn. All right, might as well If I had Threshold to activate these monasteries, we'd also be in a fine spot, notably. Alright, they're just going to ship in the nerds. 2, 4, 6. Alright, I'm going to go to 2. Okay. That gives us Threshold, so we can double activate monasteries. They're not legendary, are they? Problem is I need to just keep holding up infinite mana. Yeah, and they can just go wide on me. Turncoat plus Undying Rage in hand. Three, four, five, six. We can go block, 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 and die exactly. All right, good beats. Well, I don't think this is a bad matchup for us. Our card quality is going to be much higher than theirs is. It's just, can we stave off the initial beats, you know? Maybe don't need 2 primal boosts here. I guess the Desire could be good. Maybe over one of my cyclers. We can try that. Because if we get in a position where we have a couple of fatties that they can't attack into, and then eventually we can like kind of lure them into a board wipe. This hand's good if I can find a green source. I can cycle the dogs and cycle the lull. It's probably fine. Like, not only any of our green lands wakes this hand up, but also any of my 3 aberrations. I think this is okay to keep. You know what this deck needed versus them? Mystic Enforcer. I don't know if that's a rare. I think they might have downshifted it to uncommon in Dom Remastered, but it's a 4 mana 3/3 pro black. It turns into like a 5/5 flyer when you have Threshold or something. Ah, the opponent mulliganed to 5. Okay. Well, that's probably going to help us quite a bit. Green source? Hello? Okay, I literally have like 12 plus green sources in this deck, so... There we go. Phew! Yeah, and just like that, we're doing fantastic. Looks like they missed a land drop last turn, but they still have 6 cards in their hand. Cycle the lull and probably just play out Spider. Werebear needs a few more cards in the graveyard for Threshold. Alright, well, that might just be game over. Yeah. They had a bad draw there. Okay. On to game 3. You know what? I should be running this Seer. I don't know. I even said during the draft, everybody undervalues it, and I would say that I probably put it in the undervalued position right now. Ooh, man. This is close. I think this is a keep on the draw. Obviously, if I just brick on land, I lose, but this only needs one land. I think this is a correct keep. On the play, I would mulligan, but on the draw, right? This is fine. If we draw one of our tap lands, we'll play it, of course. Target player discards a card. Alright, I don't need that crop. There's one draw step that's not a land. I mean, we were over 50% to hit a land there. Like, we're over 75% to hit in the first two draw steps. Okay. Sure. I guess it's probably just safer to cycle the Aberration for a third forest. Because if I play the Werebear or the Seer and they die, and then it's kind of bad for us. The Bobcat should be a pretty nice bump in the road. Like, Bobcat into Spider is a fantastic curve for us. That's really annoying. No butchers, please. All right, I'll take 4. That's a 3/3 flyer in a sense. Okay. Yeah, we might lose because we stumbled on that one land drop, but again, we still had 17 lands in our deck, so I think that keep was absolutely fine. Game's not over yet. I mean, the lemur is gonna probably get us, but... Each player... Oh, when it dies, each player discards a card. That's fine. We have so many excess cards. I should probably give that flying, because I can double block. Or maybe they're okay with me double blocking now. Alright. Let's block here. I'm going to take 7. If they want to sack the Mind Slicer to keep the ghoul alive, we're happy with that. Sure. Oh, it's discard hand? Oh, wait, I thought it was discard a card. I'm silly. I'm very silly. I should have blocked with Werebear then too, right? No, because then they would let the first strike happen. Disregard me. Well, that's funny. That's actually a really good draw. If I can find another white source, we'll be okay, but... Alright, so I completely forgot what Mind Slicer did, even though I've played against that card hundreds of times, literally, in my life. This was like an Odyssey or something, right? Why did I think that was just discard a card and not discard their hand? But there was nothing I could do about that. Like, they have the free sack on the board, so. It's simple. We either find a white source or we die. That is not a white source. Okay. Get one draw step, assuming they don't find anything themselves. Damn. That one missed land drop. We could have had turn 2 Werebear. We would have been okay. We risked it for the biscuit. We had good odds. Alright, flying again. I go to 1. I mean, if they just play any creature here, we're also just dead next turn, so... Oh, there's land. If they brick, if they just go attack pass, we draw a white source. Plains, specifically. Oh no, it looks like they have lethal. Howl from Beyond or whatever. Yep. Good beats. GG's. I don't actually think that was a bad matchup for us, but game 1, we kept a hand that just didn't do anything in time, and then game 2 here, yeah, missed that land drop. All right, we'll go to round 2. GG. All right, on to round 2 here of this Dominaria Remastered draft with our Threshold Cycling deck. Now there's a nice looking hand. Sadly, it does appear I will probably want to run out this Drifting Meadow turn 1. Needs to find some more cycling cards, but turn 2 Werebear you can't turn down. Uh-oh, regret. Insta regret. I mean, maybe it's not even hindsight. Maybe because I had lands to play. It might have been wrong to play out the Drifting Meadow. Oh, hello. Big oh hellos. Definitely getting punished for playing out the meadow, though. But now we want to do nothing but find our cycling cards. 3 of which are aberrations, which we can just hard cast, so we'll want to play them out as 4/5s instead, but... Next turn we'll play the Scrounger. Oh no! Whenever that becomes tapped, it pings something for 1. Boo! That's so annoying, actually. You know what? I'm going to pass here. Because if I go for Scrounger this turn and they kill it, and then they attack and kill my Werebear, we're just left in such a gross position. I think I'm going to go for Wax. And because I have the boon on the battlefield... Oh, I was going to say maybe they don't go for it. Damn. Okay. Well, Kavu, you can't really protect against. So I'm going to take 2. If this is another game where I draw the boon and then just don't find the cyclers, I'm going to be real sad. I think our deck is cool. Alright, there's 1 cycler. This is a play out your 3/3 and pray that it doesn't die to any number of commons. Terror, Chain Lightning are the first and foremost of those, but they could have like an Ickerslick hard cast. I guess with the Goblin Medic they could have any... there aren't too many 2 damage effects, are there? I guess Ice or Fire Ice. Uh-oh. Coal Stoker. If they have another Kavu here, that's disgusting. Please no removal. What is this? Pyre Zombie. Ah, from Invasion block. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it's in your graveyard, you may pay black 1. If you do, return it to your hand. So that card is just a huge grind out card. Fantastic one. I need to find some more creatures here. Alright. They are going to swarm me for sure. And if they have a terror, we just insta-lose. It's all-out attack, right? If they get scared, that's good. Okay, just with those. No, they are... I think the medic probably ends up pinging our Scrounger if they attack like this. Ah, yeah, they ship the team. All right, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I block here, go pump, we turn to a 5/5 with 4 damage. And then maybe they would sack and I could save it with the Waxwing. Let's do that. Is Fire Blast hardcast? Oh my gosh. And I can't save it with the Waxwing here because it has the 1 damage ping. Oh no. Well, their draw was nice. And my draw was clearly not nice. Alright. Guess we're dead again. It's not even worth lol because they have the 2 damage ping, the 1 damage ping. Alright. Well, that was another seemingly unfortunate game. Let's bring in the Spider again. Oh, I forgot to bring in the Seer into the main. I mean, I did say during the draft that I think that this deck is just worse than, like, Goblins and whatnot, but they weren't even doing Goblins. They were just doing good red-black cards. But presumably they will be on more Goblins. Ah. You can't win them all, Kenji. You can't win them all. Okay, game 2 here of the second round. And looks good enough. Probably don't want to be running out the dogs turn 1 versus this deck. Would not call this hand this hand is like not very good, is it? It's just a bunch of cycling effects. Oh! See, this is why you need to draft Lightning Rift. I'm actually going to go ahead and run out the dog. This is high risk, high reward, but the opponent just mulliganed to 5, so the likelihood that they're going to have a stronger curve is low, right? Getting in for some amount of damage here. Hey, they have Lightning Rift! No! You know what? I bet you they brought that in versus me instead of having it in their main. Oh, that's so sick. So we want to be cycling like main phase while they don't have mana open, but I guess playing out the Seer makes more sense here. Why? You're not even the cycling deck and you have the card that I want. They might still have a decent number of cyclers, I don't know. We only saw some random creatures in game 1. After all. Like, cycle a card here, kill my Seer. Make me very sad. Yep, there it is. Wow, they're cycling the Black Source. Oh, they're gonna kill the dog. Alright, that's good. Best possible scenario there for the doggy. Get in for 4 damage and soak up a removal effect. Good. Good. Excellent. This is kind of interesting, because if I opt to play the Zealot this turn, which I am going to do, I am less likely to be able to play one of my 5-drops next turn. Please don't Kabu me. Lightning Rift into Kabu would make me very sad. Pass is okay. Let's activate, try to find untap. Did not. So we'll play out the meadow. was that? Cycle Solar Blast. Very nice. So they get to ping off the Seer and then also deal me 2 damage. I have an option to cycle Aberration in response now that they're tapped out. And I think we're going to do that. As awkward as it looks, since we're only 1 mana away from casting the Aberration, that makes sure that I can cast the Beast next turn. And that puts another card in our graveyard, so we're pretty close to threshold now. I think that's fine. We also have, you know, another Aberration in the deck. I am A-okay with that. Not going to attack with the Mystic. I don't want them to double block and then cycle a card. Okay, they are going to pay. Still don't want to risk the Mystic. If they want to Lightning Rift the Flock, they can remove a 1/1 counter from it. Okay, yeah, they're just missing black. Another Solar Blast cycle. Oh, that's good. I can remove 2 counters from my flock this way. Yeah, good thing we didn't attack with our Zealot. No, let's just keep playing fatties. So it would appear that Lightning Rift was not a sideboard card from them, given what we've seen. A couple Solar Blasts, the Mire. They definitely have a decent number of cycling effects in their deck. Oh, again, cycling another black source away. Pretty happy with them finishing off the 1/1 flyer. That's 6 cards in our graveyard now. So by cycling the Karst, we can turn on the Threshold abilities. Yeah, let's turn on Threshold. Because now we can activate the Monastery as well. Alright, very good. I feel like the only games I've won so far are the ones versus mana-screwed opponents. But, that being said, a lot of our draws where we lost were just unfortunate draws. So I guess I should probably bring in this Break Asunder versus them having a Lightning Rift. Or bring it back in, it was already in the main. Oh, no. Yeah, they had a few cards that actually get hit by Judgment. Come on, Threshold. You know what will be funny is if we get the boon online, they're not going to have any way to interact with it, and then they get the Rift online, the boon just completely ruins Rift. Okay, on to the third and final game here of round number 2. Looks like a solid enough hand, right? Turn 2 Werebear, maybe turn 3 Zealot or Bobcat. Currently, I'm going to need to play out the Karst on turn 1, though. So slippery. Aha! Now we do not. I mean, I had the Aberration for a green, but we wanted to play the Werebear on turn 2, obviously. Even better news, no turn 2 a Lightning Rift from them. Flavor text on Werebear is so good. He exercises his right to bear arms. Ooh, just a grape shot. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to play out the Karst here. Because playing these out as 4/5s looks really, really enticing. Maybe I cycle one of them away. I was going to say, this could just be a 4-mana 3/3 with nothing else to do. What was the scariest goblin we saw from them? They had like medics, that's medium. They had War Marshal, that's fine. Okay, just the medic. Don't mind that. Yeah, I think we will cycle one of the aberrations away. And we can go Bobcat plus cycle Meadow next turn. And then hard cast Aberration on 6. I don't feel like the Goblin Medic is good standalone without having access to easy ways to tap it. I am playing out a 2/1 into the face of medics. But the nice thing here is that if they do kill the Zealot and then attack and kill the Bobcat, the backside of it can block the medic at least. Alright, they're not doing anything relevant, so this game is looking pretty good for us because we're going to start playing just bigger, nastier threats. That is a lot of land, though. That is definitely a lot of land. See, we have 3 cards in graveyard currently. Can get to 4 with the boost. There goes Terror. Okay, that's 4 in the graveyard now. 2 cards left in their hand. Spider is a good draw. Siphon Mage, that also is not super relevant. Okay. Alright. Zealot 2. Now we just need to get Threshold. They played out their Mountain even though they have the Siphon Mage. What do they need that much mana for? They had the Prospector too, so... It's also a pretty good draw. The Beast is going to start attacking next turn. Fire Blast one of my zealots away. Fair. 5 cards in the yard. 2 more for Threshold. Oh, I guess they have regeneration, so that doesn't even make sense, does it? To attack with the symbiotic. Okay, more fatties. So now we can attack with Beast and Aberration next turn. They discarded a mountain. Drain me for 2 with the Siphon Mage. Yeah, that's good. Galopter's Lemur. Okay, that one can gain flying, but our Zealot has flying, and so does our Spider in essence. Oh, does this have Vigilance too? No, just First Strike. So better to hold that back, because we can activate and still cycle boost. My cards are just stronger than yours. Double chump? Sure, I like that. I like that. No, come back. Come back. Okay. So they take 3, we eat 2 goblins. Cycle Crater, yes, good. This is not gonna work. I don't think I'm gonna cycle. Though it's tempting. Oh, sure, they just have Solar Blast. Fair enough. Okay, let's cycle away our Sundern response. Yeah, alright, we'll save it. Now we're going to activate Monastery and smack out. Good draw. Pressure. If they just block like this, we can go for lethal, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17, 18, 19. What is this, a board for ants? Okay. Oh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. I mean, this is still going to be game over. There's not much they can do here. kind of overwhelming board state. I don't think there's a damnation in the format. There is slice and dice, but we have 2 5 toughness creatures. Yeah, and that's Desperation Cycle. Damn, they actually had a good amount of cycling too. So yeah, after seeing game 2, we kind of figured the whatchamacallit, Lightning Rift was decent in their deck. They're just dead on board here, right? Yeah, they're dead on board because we have Monastery as well. So GG's. Can't judgment the lemur for the record, right? They can give it -1, -0 in response. Yeah, these monasteries were nice pickups. All right, our threshold deck did the thing. Yay! Nice OP. I'm super jealous of their Lightning Rift. All right, go on to game 3, or round 3. And into round 3 we go. We have won the die roll. Where are my green sources here? This is a little bit too sketchy, I think. We'll go down to 6. Oh, man. On the draw, I would easily keep, because we have so many 2-mana cyclers here, but I guess I have to go to 5. Okay, no white source. Oh, sorry, no green source. Ugh, brutal. Forest off the top is the dream, clearly. But I do have Break Asunder that I can cycle on turn 2 if we brick, though with Boon in our hand, we don't want to do any amount of cycling. Beautiful. Okay, that's nice. Are we playing against a third red-black deck? We'll find out. It's probably goblins. It's probably the goblins, huh? Yep. Third black-red. Okay. Well. We need a little bit of help, but we do have the boon, so... It's a good start. Don't touch the werebear, please. Matron into Matron. Hope they don't have a goblin lord type effect. War Marshal, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. Doubt they're gonna attack here. I think I'm gonna grab another... No, we're gonna grab the forest, or monastery. And then cycle... Uh-oh, come on. Oh, no! And that might just have killed us. Oh, that draw might have killed us right there. Of course, yeah. Jeez Louise. Well, I mean, we're on a mulligan to 5. I don't know what I'm expecting. Good. Good. Okay. Once more, Spider in, Sunder out. Oh, I keep forgetting to bring in the Seer. You know what? Remedy's probably not crazy bad versus red-black, too. Ah! Every time I lose, I feel like our draw was just a little bit awkward. Deck, please! We have 18 lands, and you keep giving me these one-landers. Alright, that's keepable. Guess we're gonna pitch the Isle here. And we're not gonna play out the Karst. We'd rather just cycle off the Aberration. I think this is our first time drawing the Restorer. Not that I think it's like insane in our deck or anything. That makes me less interested in cycling the Aberration. And now I think I just cycle the Karst here instead. Good. Alright, I mean, this will be a decent curve. Turn 3 Restorer, turn 4 Scrounger, turn 5 Aberration, possibly. They cycled Street Wraith. They don't have any red mana. It's good. Oh, yeah. If we can resolve Symbiotic Beast on them next turn, too, that'd be super juicy. The Juggernaut! I'll just trade Scrounger for their Juggernaut. Pretty happy with that. Don't need to cycle Aberration since we drew Werebear. Let's get a big old 4/4 online that's hard for black to deal with and hard for red to deal with as well. Sure. Okay with this. All right. Another fatty. I mean, if their best play after they draw the mountain was a Mogwar Marshal, I have to imagine their hand's pretty bad. Okay, once again, is this a third game 3? Yeah, 3 matches versus Black-Red Goblins. 3 times we're going to game 3. All right, let's go. On to the final game. Okay, on to the third and final game of the third and final round. I've got a sketchy hand, but it's got a turn 2 Invigorating Boon, so I'm gonna keep it, baby. Let's find some early plays. Werebears and stuff. We are gonna play the Drifting Meadow out here turn 1. I'm hoping I don't need to play out the Remote Isle, and I'm hoping to find something to do on turn 3. It looks like the opponent might also have a slower draw. I think I actually like passing here then and cycling the Remote Isle off. As they cycled an Undead Gladiator, sure. Hopefully this is just like a Matron. It's a medic, that's okay. And I did find another land, so we don't need to cycle this turn. Let's play out the boon. Worst case scenario, we play Giant Spider, it immediately gets a Flame Tongue Kavu to the face. Ooh! 4 mana 5/5 when I don't have any pacifisms is also pretty bad for us. Alright, this is make it or break it. If this spider dies, we're dead, because we have not drawn a single creature. Okay, okay, there's a chance. Hold up. We have a chance. However small it may be, there does exist a chance here. Can we fade the Terror? Because I can beat a burn effect now. Okay. Let's go for it. Nice, that's a good sign. If they're saying ouch, I'm feeling good. All right. Whenever this deals damage to a creature or opponent, deals damage to you. Okay. 4/6 a reach creature, and now we have a 4/4 that makes a bunch of 1/1s when it dies. So the way we lose this game is if they draw Terror for Giant Spider. That's okay. In fact, that actually helps us by putting us closer towards Threshold. Nice, and that was the last card in their hand. Okay, we would love to find some of our Zealots, or whatever they're called, so that we can get a backup reach creature or flyer. Oh, I guess I should have played out the land and held up Wax there. I guess there's not many 6 damage burn effects, but... Okay, let's attack with the Beast. I need to start pressuring them before they can find a way to deal with my Spider, you know? Good. We're probably going to attack with all of our non-spider creatures next turn. Oh, I guess that doesn't really do much, does it? Since they have Turncoat and Medic. Alright, they discarded Juggernaut to bring back their... their Undead Gladiator. Okay. Well, now they have infinite blockers, but we need to get through them eventually, so... Man, it's not even good. Yeah, it's only worth attacking with 1 creature here. That's so sick. Because of the damn Turncoat regeneration. And now they're going really wide on me. Kind of a scary game, actually. Man, the second they find like a terror, it's so bad for us. Alright, discards Turncoat, gets back the Gladiator again, sure. Cycles again, gives me another +1. That's annoying too. Gosh, just so many... They have so much time with all the blockers. Cycler. Ah. Well, I guess I'll make this attack to see if they realize that they can double block with goblins and then regenerate the other one. Okay, they didn't. Perfect. They had a free block there and they passed it up. It's actually close. Like, if I had 5 cards in my graveyard right now, I think it would be actually worth it to cycle away the Aberration, because then we could turn on Threshold and effectively get 2 extra 4-power attackers. We did draw a Cycler, just not the one I wanted. My deck's not that good. It's a fun threshold deck, but... Alright, discards land, gets back Gladiator. Again, they're just looking for terror. Spider has held off so much damage. Alright, let's put another counter on another aberration. Can we hold? Last card in hand is a Matron. Sure. Oh no, another War Marshal for infinite blocks. That's good. We get one more cycler? No, can't. Yeah, I think we do this. We need to make them make a lot of blocks this turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If they block with the Flesh Reaver, they could die here. Right? Whenever this deals damage to a creature or opponent, it deals that much damage to you. I can actually pump their Flesh Reaver to make them take more damage. Oh, they just left themselves dead. I don't even need to do anything. Whoopsies. Slight mistake on their... Well, not even a slight, but just a mistake on their part. We can just pass priority. And they die. Right? Yeah, whoopsies. Maybe they misread that as dealing damage to the opponent. Okay, we'll take it. Woohoo! 2-1. Lost the first round. We played against Black-Red Goblins all 3 rounds. I think our deck was okay, but like I said at the beginning, I think this archetype is generally weaker than some of the others. But it's fun if it works out. The Invigorating Boon's super sweet. I mean, everybody's playing some number of cyclers, so good little stuff there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow for some more. Bye-bye.